Welcome back to the Extra Innings at the Flyover Brewing Company. I'm Anna Tsemba here with Jeffrey Nelson to give you guys the extra scoop on what's going on at the Western Nebraska Pioneers baseball team. I'll get it right at some point, I promise. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, all the social media, Twitter, Facebook, especially the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you're not missing any games, any home games, and you're not missing the Flyover show.
Yeah, make sure to tune in later on in the show when we give you the word or phrase game that we created last week. And we'll remember to actually say it when we have our guests on today. Of course, we have Coach Jay O'Connor, E.J. Barnes, and Matthew Dennis, an intern for the Pioneers, will be on throughout our hour show here. And we're going to talk a little bit about the first series of the season, which was a sweep, Anna, of the Denver Cougars. Outscored them 29-10. So a good three-game set as the Pioneers get set to host the Fort Collins Foxes, a new team in the league, this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, so just a reminder for what the secret word or phrase is, the rules behind that is that there's going to be a secret word that's announced during this show at any point, which will let you know what that secret phrase is. And the first three people who come to the next home game, which is tonight, and say the phrase to the merchandise truck will receive a prize. The first three. So also, another reminder, fans can tune in to road games. So there is a road game next Tuesday and Wednesday, and you can tune in where, Jeffrey?
On KNEB Radio and on KNEB Radio on their website. You can always find the streams live, and you can just listen in. Of course, I will be there in Fort Collins when we travel to Fort Collins to take on the Foxes on Tuesday and Wednesday, as Anna said. And, of course, you know, it'll be a good game, and we'll see how the Pioneers do against Fort Collins this weekend. But they'll be on the road on Tuesday and Wednesday, so make sure to tune in on KNEB Radio.
All right, let's go into our first little segment where we're talking about these last three games. I mean, I was impressed. I was definitely impressed. There were a lot of players that stepped up and just showed up. It was impressive to see. We had grand slams. We had grand slam. Let me correct myself. And a few home runs. We had home runs from Bryce Peterson. We had home runs from Jackson Yeager, and then a grand slam from E.J. Barnes, who you'll see later today in the show.
Yeah, 3 home runs in the 3 games for the Pioneers. Of course, a 9-6 win in opening night, in which it was a record crowd at Oregon Trail Park Stadium for the Pioneers. And it was a quality game. Paul Panduro started that game, and he did well on the mound, but it was more of the offense that got it going and was able to get the win. And the second game of the season was a 13-0 drubbing of the Cougars. And as you mentioned, the grand slam of E.J. Barnes capped it off, really, and everybody in the offense provided. Yeah,
and the pitching staff has been incredible. I mean, there's some things that need to be worked on. There's some tweaks, but that's any new season. You know, you're going to have some guys that need a little more extra time in the bullpen. But honestly, this pitching staff has been incredible to see. Like, some of them going I don't know if there was a no-hitter.
It was one hit last night.
One hit, right.
Yeah, just one hit with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. It was also close to a no-hitter, but you're right. The pitching staff has been really good for the Pioneers, and in large part thanks to the starters who have been able to go distances in the games, 5, 6, and 5 between the 3 starters, Paul Panduro, Jaden Onaka, and Alejandro Castillo. So it's been impressive to see out on the mound, and we've almost found a star in Ronan Hella on the mound, as he's been incredible on the mound in his 2 appearances so far.
Yeah, so this kid, he has showed up already for 2 of the games as, the final pitcher, the closing pitcher, yep. And he has killed it on the mound. Honestly, when he first came here, we thought he was going to be a shortstop, and then he gets pulled into the bullpen.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I talked to him yesterday, he was, just as surprised that he has been doing so well on the mound. So maybe he surprised himself a little bit, and maybe he can actually mentor some of these other kids. Who would have thought?
Maybe. I mean, we heard Alejandro Castillo yesterday in your interview with him post-game talking about he just needs to learn to throw strikes. But that's exactly what Ronan Hella has been doing, is throwing strikes with multiple pitches, and he's been able to get ahead of hitters and stay ahead, which is something that Coach Jay talked about is important for pitchers on the mound. So we're going to bring in Coach Jay in a second, but, Ronan Hella has been impressive on the mound, in my opinion.
Yeah, and, looking at these next 2 games, the team has been playing back to, they've been a 3-game series and then not having an off day and going straight into a 2-game series, finally getting an off day on Sunday. But I'm looking forward to this first league game. The Denver Cougars were not in our league, so I'm excited to see what will happen within the league and how they'll play against a league team.
Yeah, same here. And I think if it wasn't a win over these 3 games, it might be harder to go into today and tomorrow to play these 4th and 5th games of the season and 5 games in a row in total. But because we won the first 3 games, I feel like these guys have the momentum. They're enjoying being around each other, and it will allow them to enjoy being able to play even though they don't have days
dugout
off.
Is all support. It is support for one another, cheering each other on, being that loud dugout that needs to be. I know some people don't like it, but I think sometimes it's a good thing to have a loud dugout and being encouraging. And we have a lot of confident guys on the team, and I'm not saying that to be like they are overconfident. They are just, know that they need to show up, and they're showing up for their teammates that they just met, and they need to prove themselves.
Yeah, guys are exuding with confidence, and I think it's important in the game of baseball to be confident within yourself, not only for pitchers but also hitters at the plate. It's important to trust yourself and trust your hands and trust what you're seeing at the plate as well, because you need to get into good counts. And guys yesterday like Bryce Peterson and Jackson Yeager got into good counts, and they were able to hit home runs. So sometimes we see that, or we see a guy like E.J. Barnes jump on a first pitch and hit a grand slam.
But we were talking about pitching earlier, so we're going to bring in our pitching coach, Coach Jay, after this little break that we're going to have. And we have a little fun game with him since, fun fact, he is Australian. So we're going to have a little sneak peek for you guys about his little past that he had. We'll see you in a little bit.
Go to break. We on break?
We are back from break, and we have our pitching coach, Coach Jay here. Like I said before, he's Australian, so today we are going to be trying Australian snacks and comparing them to the American ones. So this is the first time he's opening this box. He just found out that we're doing this. He's going to pick a few snacks from that box that he thinks best represents Australia. And we also, I don't know if you guys can see here, but we have the iconic Vegemite, or Vegemite, I guess you could say.
Yeah, Vegemite.
And we'll
What did you think we were doing today? What did we tell you we were doing?
Aussie slang.
So
These treats,
change for you to be.
these treats look good. Yeah, these treats look good.
So we're going to save the best for last, I
Yeah.
guess. But let's start off by opening this box with all the snacks. And we can try them all. We can try them as many as you'd like. Let's start. What do you want to start off with?
But what do we have? When you
let's-
pull them out, what do you have?
Tim Tam.
So Tim Tams, these are our chocolate biscuits, and then
What is a biscuit?
Tim Tam.
It's a cookie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got shapes, different flavor, savory treats. Good old wagon wheel. Have you guys seen these before?
I
I've
have seen that
never-
before. I've never
I-
had
So
it.
it's got marshmallow and jam. Well, you guys call it jelly inside of it.
No, some people call it jam.
Okay.
Actually, there's a big difference between jam
there?
and jelly, but I'm not going to go into that just yet. Maybe we'll
Okay,
go
okay.
offside and I'll give you a little lesson.
Tiny teddies, a little chocolate chocky bicky we call them for the kids.
Chalky Bicky.
Chocky bicky.
Chalky Bicky.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Um.
Is the accent all right? Chalky
yeah,
Bicky?
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
By the end of the season, Jeffrey's going to be all Aussie at
Maybe,
the end of
maybe
the-
I'll do a road game in Australia, you know?
And then these are my favorite chocolates, Caramello Koala.
It's Cadbury, right?
It's got to be a koala bear.
Caramello.
Cadbury is the brand, though?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Because Australia.
Yeah.
If you want to try Milo, you need milk. That's a milk drink.
Oh, don't worry. We
got
have
milk.
brought
We have
some
milk.
milk.
Okay. And then a crunchy, which is just a honeycomb wrapped in chocolate.
Gotcha.
Which we were kind of like, I told Jeffrey about honeycomb, and he's like, "What is that? Like, what is
Yeah.
honeycomb?"
I
You
mean,
don't have honeycomb? Yeah, you don't have honeycomb?
I've never had it.
I've had it, but it's like I don't know what candy bar is it. It's in here in the States that has that, but I
Gotcha.
couldn't come up with it.
Well,
But yeah.
what are we thinking for
Yeah,
first
what's our
try?
first
What should we
try
go
taste
with
test?
first?
I don't know. Go some Aussie shapes.
Aussie shapes? All right. So we went with the comparison for
Yeah,
America, and we went with
but
Cheez-Its.
We went with Cheez-Its, but we wanted to go with a fun flavor because I saw this and I saw mini chicken. So
We can try that one.
chicken flavored.
Mini chicken crimpy.
Yep.
Crimpy? All right.
And so I got kind of an American staple, I think, buffalo wing Cheez-Its.
Okay.
So let's get these all opened up real quick. Sealed tight.
Guess Australians have better package openings.
All right. Try it up.
I can say I've never had a Cheez-It before, so
Oh, well, these are going to be a little different because they are buffalo flavored. But, okay, we'll try one of each. And then here, I'll give you one of yours.
Okay.
And then we'll compare. All right. Cheers. I just think these are like just salty and crackers.
Kind of more like a Ritz cracker.
Yeah. These
little
are just
bit?
Ritz, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I compare. What do you got over there?
no, the Cheez-It was nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, very nice.
But in comparison to the shapes, which one?
Oh, give me the shapes.
There's other than buffalo wing. You know, there's regular, which is a little bit cheesier.
No,
Oh, these are kind of
I'll take the shapes.
The shapes.
Yeah.
So you're staying with your home country on that
Yeah.
one.
On this one, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
These out of here.
What about you guys? What would you guys choose?
That wasn't bad.
But we have Ritz.
I like it that it's small packaging though, because I don't think I could eat a
we're
big
gonna
box
go
like
with the
that.
barbecue.
Try the barbecue flavor.
Okay.
This is the better flavor.
All right, let's see.
This is
Oh,
my favorite
these
flavor.
Cooler than
It's
the,
like
the other ones
hexagon
look like mini
shapes?
Ritz. These look like. Okay, cheers. So it's definitely a different barbecue taste than the ones that we have here. Like I think it's very different from our barbecue like flavored chips.
This is not barbecue.
But I like it. You know,
There's
it's like
no barbecue to
it's
this.
like Italian seasoning almost. Like you know, like it's
Yeah.
like a very Italian. Like a I'm like
I
at
feel like
Olive
I'm eating
Garden.
garlic bread right now.
I'm
Do you
at
like that
Olive
one?
Garden.
The aftertaste is all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get it. Like, you know, I would put that in my lunchbox in like elementary school.
Yeah.
Very big lunchbox snack
Oh,
for
yeah?
my kids. Yeah.
Gotcha.
What are we doing next?
How many do you want to do?
However
Let's-
many you
yeah,
want to
let's-
try,
however
because
you
we have a
try.
comparison for it in American
Let's go.
snacks.
Let's go the wagon wheel.
Okay.
I do love me a wagon wheel.
I've heard about these.
So we have fudge covered Oreos for that.
Okay.
You know, just to get that like chocolate covered in it.
Yeah, you guys, I'm not gonna eat a whole one.
No, I'm not eating a whole. There you go. Little cross section here. Got this.
I got it. Want to take one, Coach Jay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Cheers, you guys.
Wagon wheel.
So Hold on. I know that there's a very good, so both my parents are Russian, and there's a really good comparison in Russia for one of these like treats, but I don't think there's an American version that I can compare this to.
This
But
is good.
I really like it.
This
Yeah.
is good.
Really good.
I'll take this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is better than Oreos. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm an Oreo hater.
I might be going back to get me some more wagon wheels,
These
even
are
though they're only
really
sold
good.
individually.
No, you
because
can get them in packs as well.
Yeah,
Back
I
home.
might need to get one of those.
those packs are gonna be gone by an hour. These are really good because it's like light, but it's like not too heavy on anything. Like it's just the perfect amount of chocolate, marshmallow, and jam. I really like that. All right, Australia for the win.
All right, so we might want to wash something down.
Okay.
So there's chocolate milk, then there's strawberry milk, which is like a chocolate milk, but just strawberry flavor, right? So
We do have Nesquik. We do have that
you
at
do,
home.
but
yeah.
it's still an
Yeah.
American staple. I feel like it's something that kids get all the time. So we have
So-
some cups.
So with Milo, it's an interesting drink. You got to let it sit in the milk for a little bit, and then you need a spoon as well, and
You need a spoon.
yeah,
Why do you
because
need a spoon?
it doesn't dissolve, and then
Oh,
you
then
eat the
that's-
chocolate off the top.
No.
Maybe like protein powder where
No,
it's like
no,
chocolate.
no, it's not. No, this is a lot. This is a childhood
How much
treat.
do we put in the cup? Do we put the whole thing? Okay.
We have some fans here. I don't know if anybody wants something from the
Yeah,
table. Is
if
there
anyone
anything that
wants
you guys
anything,
want
wanna
back
try?
there?
Well, we're saving that. We're
We're doing the
one more
Vegemite
after
last,
this,
but
and
if
then
anybody
we'll
else
do
wants
Vegemite
something while
last.
they're watching or anything like that, EJ, you can't have anything. You got a game tonight.
He was looking at. He was looking.
What were you looking at? The strawberry milk.
We got you. We got you.
we heard you might like strawberry as a flavor of a drink.
All right. Stirring up.
This reminds me of like a Swiss Miss
Well,
type of
like a
hot chocolate.
Well,
Yeah, like
you
a
know
Swiss
what
Miss.
Nesquik
Yeah.
has it in the powder form.
Yeah.
Needs a little more stirring, I think.
Interesting.
telling you.
I don't like the way it looks. I really don't, but that's all right.
Keep stirring.
It looks a little off.
So you normally have, like I
I'll
said, you
trade
have the
the
spoon,
Nesquik. I know you still have it, but
and you eat the top of it, and then you drink. That's how we
you
normally
eat the top of the chocolate off of it.
It's chocolate malt. Try it.
Okay.
It'll blow your
I'm
mind.
telling you,
It's
if
delicious.
it's
I can't just
protein
drink
powder,
it?
like the top of protein
You can drink
powder,
it.
I'm
You can just drink it.
I'm gonna try to drink it.
Not
All
my
I got
cup
was
of
milk.
tea.
I only got milk. I didn't get any chocolate out of it.
Like I said, it's that protein powder like shake taste.
Do you want the strawberry or do you want the chocolate?
Uh,
Chocolate? Okay. EJ, this might be left for you, buddy.
I think the Nesquik's gonna win for me on this one. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest here.
I have to go with the Nesquik.
Um,
It's a traditional drink.
definitely, that's definitely for me. That's like I said, it's that protein powder taste when you have it on the top and didn't fully shake it all the way. But
Yeah.
all right, is there one more thing you want to try, or you want to go straight into the Vegemite?
you got to try a Tim Tam.
No, I need something good before I have this Vegemite. I've
Actually,
heard bad.
we'll finish on Tim Tam.
Okay.
Finish on Tim
Yeah, 'cause
Tams.
that's the best.
So we're gonna go with Vegemite now.
We'll go Vegemite
Okay.
now.
Now
So
you
how
said
do
that we needed cheddar cheese with it. That's what you told me earlier in the week.
I said you can have cheese with it, or you can just have it on bread.
Plain on bread.
Yeah.
So we have cheddar cheese. We have
I
cheddar
might need a big glass of water or something because I
AJ
don't know if I want to try this.
Come in and try this.
Who are you calling over?
EJ.
EJ's gonna come on the show real quick.
Okay. Spread it on first. Oh my god, it's so thick.
Yeah, Vegemite. What'd you say, EJ?
Never had that.
I think it's gonna be a first time experience for all of us, honestly.
I already know how this is going to go, and it's not going to.
It's not gonna go well.
It's an acquired taste, huh?
It is very much
So
so.
it's like a staple in Australia. Like,
Yeah.
is
So
what you guys have.
Americans say that is a staple. in-
no. So I have a 9 and 10-year-old back home, and I make them Vegemite and cheese sandwiches for their lunch boxes probably 3-4 days a week. Or they'll have it in the morning
wild.
on toast.
That's wild.
So
Yeah.
do we put the cheese on top, or do you eat
Yeah,
that? Okay.
you can do that. Just a little bit of cheese on top, or just try it without. It's up to you.
I think I'm gonna take a bite of it without, and then I'm gonna put some cheese
Okay,
on
I
it.
agree
There you
with
go.
that. All right.
Yes, sir.
I would say
Cheers.
cheers, but I don't know if I'll
Yeah,
enjoy
good
it.
luck, guys.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
No chance.
It's
No. It's super salty.
It's delicious.
it's definitely it's not salty, but it's salty, but like it's like.
I have like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not bad. I want to try with the cheese.
I'm not
now.
having this more than 3 times a week. This is like a 5.
No, I'm gonna try with the cheese. That sounds like actually pretty good.
Try it with some cheese.
Yeah, maybe
All right.
you'll like it. Maybe the
I don't
cheese
know if I
will
want a
like.
second bite of this thing.
All right, you gotta do it.
Want to try?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like go home and make this ever again, but I'm not like I've seen the reactions people have had, and it's like they're like gagging and like everything, and it's not bad. I mean, it definitely
Yeah.
is like one of those things. Like if I'm not eating peanut butter and jelly, like and I want to change it up a little bit, maybe, but you know, it's like not horrible. But Jeffrey is thinking differently.
No, this is like a 4.
Well, for
There's
your
no
efforts,
chance.
EJ, we'll give you your strawberry milk. But, I mean, you've had peanut butter and jelly, but have you had an Uncrustable before?
No.
Which I left. Okay,
We'll give you one
We'll give you
later.
one
Okay.
later, because that's like a staple. But Tim Tams, to get it all cleared up for you, Jeffrey. I mean, I'm fine over here, but
So this is our number 1 selling Chocky
I've
Bicky back
had
home.
these, and these are delicious and amazing. I freaking love these because they have them. We have like a little international section of our store, and these are always there, and I always grab them. But for our comparison, we have these Little Debbie's Nutty Buddies, which
It's
is
like
like
a wafer
peanut butter,
with,
kind of
with a
similar
little bit of.
texture.
You're not allergic to peanut butter, are you? Don't do that. Don't do that.
They had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches a couple days ago.
Yeah, that is true.
We fact
Should have
checked.
thought about that. It's kind of like a Tim Tam on the outside, no?
No, that's completely different.
It's different.
Completely different.
Is it really
There's no
that
way-
different?
Yeah, try. There's
I mean,
no.
I've had a Tim Tam, but like
Yeah, that's more of a biscuit and that's wafer. So
a biscuit. It's called a cookie. All right.
Some ASMR.
can you read the packaging, please? What does that say?
Right, but it comes from Australia.
Yeah. So there's 11 biscuits in there, not cookies.
All right. You know what?
I will say,
So you prefer the Tim Tams?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
There's not a cookie out there that beats a Tim Tam in my eyes.
Have you had these?
I did.
You've had these.
I have had. Yeah, I
Okay.
tried
What did you
them.
think? Sour Patch Kids, by the way.
Wasn't a huge fan.
Not a huge fan.
No.
do you like any gummy? Like, what is a gummy snack that's like in Australia? Do you guys have like something that's like a
We
staple?
have the Sour Patch, but you have some cherry flavor in there, and I wasn't a
the
huge
Red
fan.
40, you guys. It's the American Red 40.
Twix?
Yeah, we have them. Yeah, we have them.
What don't y'all have?
I'm not gonna say.
I don't know.
Teddy Grahams?
I don't know what that is. What's that?
Like teddy bears, but they're like little biscuits.
Looks like your guys.
They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
Biscuits.
Tiny teddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, we're gonna go on a quick break, real quick, clean this up, and then come back and ask a few questions about this pitching staff that you guys had.
Okay.
We'll tune in just a little bit. We are back, and now for some more serious matters. So, some questions about the pitching staff. I know Ronan came in here being a shortstop, and then now he's pitching. So, kind of walk us through that process, because at least to us, I thought he was going to be a shortstop. At least to me,
Well, I didn't expect him to pitch opening night or at least 2 out of the first 3 games.
Yeah, so he came in as one of our key infielders, and because of injuries and guys that need some rest, we've just turned to a few position guys, and Ronan really stood up in that game 1 and threw 3 2/3.
3 2/3, and then he went 2 last night.
And then 2 last night. So I love
also
seeing
no runs and just 3 hits.
Yeah,
3 hits
hits
total. Yeah.
So it's good to see a guy that's willing to play a position that he doesn't normally play and just get out there and throw strikes. And that's all we're asking of the guys is to fill up the zone, get ahead, and trust the field behind them. We have a really good field.
You talked to me about keeping the ball dry, right? Like that's the saying you guys have.
Yeah, keep the ball
off the
dry,
ground.
so keeping it off the grass, hitting cutoffs, and if you do make an error, don't make it a secondary throwing error or something like that. So just maintaining the ball, yeah.
One of those guys had an error last night, but we'll forgive him on that one, right?
Yeah, he hit a grand slam the night before, so we can forgive him on that one.
But you were talking about the pitchers and the starters specifically for me have been incredible, and just in the way that they've battled, right? Because a lot of those guys, they gave up runs outside of Jaden, but Alejandro last night, he struggled to find the zone towards the end. Paul struggled in the first inning. What does that say about the guys on this team? Not only those guys that are being two-way players and stepping up, but also the starters to battle and stuff like that.
Yeah, for the starters to go 5, 6, and 5 in the first 3 games is really helped us. And I mean, when you put up, what was it, 32 runs, 31 runs in 3
30
games?
runs in 30 runs.
30 runs, so you're averaging 10 runs a game. You're going to win more than you lose. But definitely having those guys go deep into the game has helped our bullpen, and we've still got 2 more games until our rest day, which
2 days.
2 more days.
2 days off.
Yeah, so we're just got to try and get through the next 2 games with the pitchers we have left, and looking forward to those rest days for those guys. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I also kind of want to go into your past. I mean, you grew up in Australia, but you came to Oklahoma to play, right?
Yes, I did. So in 2010, I went to a JUCO in Oklahoma.
Is that long ago?
Yeah. You calling me old?
Old?
Calling me old?
No.
I will walk off this. No. Yeah, 2010, and then just went back and played in Australia for a few years, and then in 2018 was an assistant coach with the Bakersfield Train Robbers, and Coach Sharkey was a player on that team, so that's how I got here, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
See, so when I said it wasn't
Small
that bad.
world.
Sharky's now the coach, and he's coaching too. No. How has the U.S. changed for you in terms of when you were here in 2010 and that time, in terms of like just lifestyle, but also just in general?
In general, it's very similar, but the price of everything has gone way up, and our conversion rate. So when I came to America in 2010, I would get $1.10 for every 1 Australian dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm getting 60 cents for every 1 Australian dollar.
Wow.
So the dollars really hurt my
His
pocket at the
pockets are
moment.
hurting. His pockets are hurting, you guys. I'm trying to think what I want to ask, but
Just in general, you talked about the guys on the team and guys that are willing to do other stuff, whatever it takes for the team to win, right? Whether that's playing a different position, whether that's going in the field. Like yesterday, we put in a guy in the 6th inning, and that helped us change the game around because it was a right-handed versus a left-handed pitcher matchup, right? But is that something you talked with the players about, or is that just something you kind of come to expect, or whether it's Sharky, whoever it is on the coaching staff,
No, I think we haven't spoken to him about it, but it's good to see multiple guys put their hands up. I've had a few discussions with some position players like Ronan and that, saying, can you throw 1 or 2 innings, and then he comes out and throws 3 2/3 and doesn't give up a run. So
and Cole yesterday as well.
Cole
He's an
yesterday,
outfielder,
yeah, he'll be used a bit more, and we have another.
all of our taller guys, our taller guys.
Yeah, And we have another position guy today that we're going to try get an inning as well and see how we go from there.
Position guy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of who that could be.
I don't think he wants to.
We'll leave it a surprise. Yeah, we'll leave that one as a surprise.
I think I could guess who it is, but I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
And then I think my final question, I kind of just want to leave off this, is just kind of like, I know baseball is kind of the same all around the world, but like, has there been a difference either like the atmosphere or the dynamics in baseball in Australia versus here in these states?
I think the main difference is we play a lot more small ball, so bunt, hit, move them over, hit and runs, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Just because there's not as many guys that can just change a game with one swing and hit the ball out. So that's probably the only big difference. Everything else is pretty similar, yeah.
It's fair to say.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Coach Jay. And next up, we'll have EJ Barnes on here to answer some questions. And also, we have a little surprise for him as well that he's not aware of.
Yes, we do.
We'll tune back in from the break with EJ Barnes. Awesome.
All right, welcome back to the Extra Innings Show with Jeffrey Nelson and Anna Semba. New guest for now, EJ Barnes,
Yes, sir.
shortstop for the Pioneers, San Jose State Spartan,
Yes, sir.
with two teammates on the team. So what has that been like for you, EJ, having Jaden Onaka, who did brilliantly on the mound, and Jake Maroney, who in the first 2 days that he's been in the state of Nebraska started the first two games?
Yes, sir. It's been awesome. Jaden got an opportunity to play and get on the mound, and first time throwing in a game in about a year, so took advantage of that. Went about, 6 innings?
Yep, 6
couple
innings,
hits,
no runs, 4 hits. Yeah.
So that was awesome for him. Super excited to play behind him, be a shortstop, provide some runs that game for him, and get him some insurance runs so he didn't have to keep going and save some pitches for him. And then Jake Maroney, he's a dog behind the plate. He's really good. His arm, phenomenal. Great at-bats, and just super excited to work with them. It's really nice.
Yeah, so let's talk about these past couple games, right? You guys killed it. You guys been killing it on the run game, honestly. You had your grand slam.
Yes, ma'am.
Walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, bases loaded. I think we were up 5-0 at the time, and got my pitch, 0-0 count, fastball, and try to take advantage of it and get us a big lead so we can just ease into the next game.
Did you eat your Wheaties the game before, or before the game? What did you have before the game that helped you out?
All right, so pregame meal. Now going forward, I messed it up yesterday. That's why
So you didn't have the same thing you had the day before?
No, I didn't. That's
okay.
That's why I think yesterday.
And what did you have?
I had Culver's.
What do you get?
I get a plain chicken sandwich with
Okay.
a side of fries
Okay.
and or like a strawberry shake.
So is it the same thing that Anna's pulling out right now so we can make sure you have the same
Oh, word.
the day before?
Snap. Okay, that's crazy. Thank you, guys.
Shout out to EJ's mom for letting us
Alright.
know what EJ gets from Culver. She's
behind
here.
the camera over
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
Shout
Thank
out.
you, thank
Biggest fan on our Instagram. So if you guys want to take over that title, please, you gotta be commenting, liking everything.
I definitely got to
She's
go
killing
crazy
it.
today. I definitely got to go crazy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. so
Yeah,
much.
no problem.
Awesome.
We were hurrying to get here, but we were waiting on the answer from your mom.
Yes,
so
sir.
make sure
Thank
that
you.
you get your Culvers the same day you had the Grand Slam. You know?
will.
We're gonna.
I definitely
we're
will.
seeing something tonight from
100%. You got to get some film. I'll be ready. I'll be there. Time to go.
And then, so, meeting your teammates just like less than a week ago.
Yeah.
How has that been for you guys? I know that most baseball players understand that, okay, we're here, we are teammates, but, has it been different? Like, how's that been for you guys to come together as a group?
It's been pretty awesome. We got a lot of different guys from different places I've never met. Kind of just come together as one. We're a team together. We understand that. It's going to be 2 months together. And we want to win. We all know that, and we're off to a good start. We're off to a sweep, and we want to just work together. There's no jealousy or anything like that of any positions. It's just winning, grinding together, next inning, next pitch, and just working together to get wins.
Yeah. Now for you, EJ, you redshirted this year.
Yes, sir. I did.
So being able to start the first 3 games of the season,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume you're going to be in there tonight because you've had good defense in the field as well.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean for you just to be able to play every
Mm-hmm.
day and continue to know that when you come to the ballpark, you're going to have a chance and opportunity to play?
It's been awesome, man. I got hurt my senior year of high school. I tore my labrum. I was out for the entire year, and then rehabbed. We went strong into San Jose State. Just got big and stronger, and ended up redshirting. And now I'm here, and I'm just so blessed and excited to play and get going, get the swing right, and everything's just gonna come naturally. But just all glory to God, and I'm excited to play.
So what are you most excited for this season to learn or to do during this summer?
I'm excited just to be around these guys, honestly, just to be around a good group of guys, have fun, play the game, be loose. Obviously, the swing's just going to come together as I get more reps, and the gloves there feels good, and just more reps, more opportunities to play with the guys.
Now you're from San Ignacio. Is that
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego, California.
What's wrong with saying San Ignacio?
Well, it's like my address is Vista San Ignacio, and that's what they have it as on the sheet.
But that's about 75 miles east of San Diego, right? So
Yeah.
did you grow up in San Diego? Or
I grew up in San Diego.
Gotcha.
Grew up like in Chula Vista, East Lake area.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where I'm from.
There's a lot of Cali boys on the team.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like a bond to those guys? I know Cali's a big state, but right? But
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys from Southern Cali specifically.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different guys, and there's guys from Florida, and like
Go
it's
Gators.
yeah. I guess they played today. But yeah, just a whole different bunch of guys. Francisco and. Got my boy Jen, just meeting a whole bunch of different guys, not just like Southern California guys or anything like that. It's just a whole bunch of, different atmosphere and a lot of fun to meet different people.
Yeah, so how has, your mom surprised you yesterday?
She did.
How is
was
that
awesome.
for you? Did it like kind of step up your game now? Like you got to prove yourself?
Yeah, like today, so yesterday, I was just shocked, I was like, all right, she's here, like that's crazy.
So you give yesterday a pass, huh?
Yeah, yesterday was a pass, and today, I'm just so excited she's here and go out there, ball, have fun, play loose, and it's been awesome. She came all the way from San Diego to surprise me, and just got to do something about it. So, super
Well, you got
excited.
your pregame meal.
Yeah,
So.
I
She's
got
our
my
biggest
pregame
supporter.
meal.
I can't even imagine how much she supports you throughout
She's
your
awesome.
games. So.
Yes, I love her. Thank you so much. Mom.
And then, do you have any other questions? Okay, so our secret phrase for this game is going to be Grand Slam. So again, if you come to the merch truck, you're one of the first 3 people to show up to the merch truck tonight. You will win a
1, 2,
prize.
3.
You'll go up to the truck, say Grand Slam, and you'll win your prize. Hope to
Absolutely.
see you guys
Sounds
there.
great.
All right. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything else you'd like to say?
No, let's go get another win.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back from break with Matthew
Dennis.
Dennis.
Intern for the Pioneers and in his second year with the Pioneers.
Yes, and we'll ask some questions about that. All righty. We'll see you after the break. We are back on Semba and Jeffrey Nelson. We're here with Matthew Dennis. He was an intern last summer, and he's the only returning intern to come back this season. So we're here to, ask him about his past, why he's here again. Not to say that we don't want to come back, but his motives for the rest of the season.
Well, it was pretty easy decision to come back. So I'm majoring in exercise science. So what I'm doing is actually not even related to my career. This is, I guess you could say, for fun. I did one in Tennessee my freshman year, and then last year I was out here this year again, just for fun. I really just don't want to go home, but don't tell my mom that because she doesn't want to hear that.
You got it on YouTube. It's on here now.
It's okay. She doesn't really know what YouTube is anyway, nor can she work a phone. But
Left and right.
Oh yeah.
Right hook. Right there.
She I love her, but no, I really just wanted to come back out. Last year, they owned the other team in North Platte. So I didn't get as much of Chuck and Myra as I would have liked in regards to that. But this year I was expecting, the same thing, but I feel like the product was going to be a lot better. And I was like, that's something I can get behind. I knew they would have me back if I wanted to come back. So, why not? Have a little fun, meet some new people, and you guys have been great so far.
Aw, thank you.
But, yeah.
So what was your position last season, and what is your position this season? Kind of give us in depth what you do here at the Pioneers.
So last year I was marketing and promotions. That was more of like what Brandy and Kaylee are doing if you guys are at the games, throwing out T-shirts, setting up community appearances, any games or gimmicks that we do, things like that. This year I'm more of an operations person, kind of a floater on game days. I help out where needed, mainly dealing with game day staff, helping them with covering them if they need to go to the restroom or if they need a break, and just helping out where else is needed at the ballpark.
Yeah, and you talked about being in Tennessee with another team. You're from North Carolina, but you go to Troy in Alabama. So what's the difference between, being in Gering, being in Troy, being at Troy University, and also being at home in North Carolina?
So I'm from Charlotte, big city. It takes like 30 minutes just to go anywhere because nobody knows how to drive, and it's traffic. I used to have to leave like an hour before school just to go 5 miles, so I would sit in traffic just going to school. But Troy, Alabama, very small town. We got like 6 stoplights, 20 cops for the whole town. Really homey kind of feel, and Gering's kind of the same way like Troy. They pull you over for going a mile over the speed limit out here. So it's kind of the same ordeal. So I was kind of used to it. But I mean, I like when life moves a lot slower, in my opinion. But
what's it like having the focus from Chuck and Myra now, like on this team solely? Because you said they were in North Platte a lot last year, and they still had this team. But what's it like having them around every day?
It's great. So last year, sometimes it felt like the interns were kind of running the team in regards to doing things. I mean, we had Connie and we had Shara, who is Chris's wife.
Gotcha.
And they were great, but at the same time, sometimes we felt a little lost. But now with Chuck and Myra here, it's not having to call them or text them, hey, this is going on at the ballpark, can you call the city? Now it's they can call the city, they can do this, and they can show us how they want it.
Is that what
no, I wouldn't say a little less work, but it'd be they can show us all the knowledge that they have throughout their 30-some years of college baseball experience and professional baseball experience. I think it provides a greater insight to the interns and helps polish them more into better candidates for professional careers after the Pioneers.
Yeah, and 33 years is a long time, but it's your second year here, so we know it's not your first rodeo. So we have a little gift for you because we know it's not your first rodeo, so it's a little horse that says not my first rodeo.
That's pretty great. That is amazing.
For you to put wherever you want and keep that around.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
But yeah, so my other question is just what are you most excited about this season? I know that the interns have been here for about 2 weeks, just give or take, and we've become, I think, a really solid group of people. Each of us coming from various parts of the country, and really clicked instantly. I would say there's no nothing. I've never had a bad day with any of these interns, and So what are you expecting the most? What are you the most excited about this season, this summer?
Honestly, my favorite part about all this is getting to know you guys throughout the summer. And summer ball is basically you come together for 3 months, and then you all go back to your respective schools, and you're never going to see each other again.
Right.
That's honestly how it is. And I mean, I keep in contact with 1 or 2 people from last year. Shout out Josh and Maddie. Josh was my roommate last year. God bless him. kid is something. He's the guy you see in all the YouTube comment sections going, "Oh, I'll fix this," whatever. He's like the little moderator kid.
Gotcha.
That's Josh. You'll see him a lot. He always like critiquing things, and I'm like, you can come on out here. We'll take the help, But you guys have been great so far, and I just love getting to know the interns. I mean, we're all from all over Nebraska, Florida. You're from New York. You go to school in
New York, Jersey.
Yeah, I mean,
Indianapolis. Yeah.
and I think that's the biggest thing for me is getting to meet new people. You get to know what they're like, what their life is like before the team and after the team, and just getting those relationships. Because in the future world, I mean, if you want to work in sports, it's a small world, believe it or not. Like,
That is definitely the best statement. It is such a small world. People don't realize how the sports world, it sounds like it's such a broad spectrum.
Exactly.
It's really small and niche. And like when you have, someone that, gets in the door, you're just there hopefully holding it open for you.
Exactly.
It's kind of a peculiar world because it's like there's so many cities with so many teams. And yet you have to know somebody, it feels like, just to get into the business.
Exactly. And so that's how it started with me. I started in my college athletic department. I did like marketing because I was like, going into athletic training, I knew I wasn't going to get my foot in the door as soon as I got to campus. But I was like, marketing, why not? It's fun. I get to be at the sporting events. Well, come to find out, one of my professors actually knows one of the head athletic trainers at one of the grad schools I'm looking at. And it's like, that's 3,000 miles away. And you somehow know him. You've been friends with him for 20 years. Like, that's just insane to me. But definitely it's a small world, and I feel like these connections we make here are vital to the careers that we go into. If I ever want to say work down in Florida or work in something, I could easily come to Anna and be like, "Hey, Anna, what's up? You got a job for me?" So just something
like I said, doors always open. I will hold the door open for all of my friends that I've made here so far. And it's awesome. And you've been so great. Like, honestly,
thank you.
Whenever something needs to be done at the ballpark, he's already on it. And just directing us and leading us and being a great leader.
Well, thank you. Even Jay was like, you coming to Australia for like a week or two, just let me know. I got a house you can crash at. And I was like, man, if I get the money,
take him up on that.
Oh, you definitely, I will be.
Some koala bears and kangaroos.
I'm taking one back with me for sure.
Don't have Vegemite or that little Milo stuff.
You know what? You're a hater. It's okay. That's
It's
fine.
all right.
The
I didn't
Milo,
like
sure,
it.
I'll be a hater on that too. But anyways. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we close out this wonderful show? What are you thinking for this next couple games for this series?
I think it's going to be good. I mean, I know tonight's Fill the Park. They got some Fill the Park for tomorrow as well. I think it'll be a good crowd. Hoping the weather holds off. I know it's a little cloudy, a little cold.
Chilly too, yeah.
Yeah, I know. My southern self's getting a little used to
This
it.
Florida gal is not used to this
Please.
weather.
Yeah.
52 degrees. People are wearing shorts.
52 degrees. That is Florida winter right there. That is my cold.
Yeah, that's like the tundra, Antarctica.
Oh my God.
But no, I think it'll be good. I think we'll have a good crowd, and the interns were kind of settling in as to what needs to be done. We kind of know what it should look like every night. So I think that is going to start looking better, product-wise. We've experimented with the concession stand line about 7 different times. So I think we finally got one that we like. And just come out to the ballpark, have a great time. We got 30-some-odd games the rest of the summer. Show up for one, have some fun, get to know the interns and the team. It's going to be a great season.
Alrighty, I think we can close it out. This has been the Extra Innings at the Flyover Brewing Company. I'm Anit Semba here with Jeffrey Nelson. Make sure, again, to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss a single thing. And anything else to add?
We'll be live starting tonight at 6:20 as well as the same time tomorrow. And then on the road on KNEB Radio on Tuesday and Wednesday when the Pioneers travel to Fort Collins. So make sure to tune in for that.
All right, thank you for watching.